to MGTracey. Now, we have certainly been a little bit late to the party with the world of air fryers, but Santa has taken care of that. We now have the Ninja Food Maxi, which is a dual zone, dual bucket, 9.5 litre air fryer. Now, I think you'll all know a friend who's bought one who generally say this is the best thing since sliced bread. You've got much faster cooking times, 75% faster than fan ovens, but using 3/4 less fat as well. So we're going to have a go, very simple start. So I'm going to unbox it, and we're going to have a go with making some chips. Maybe a bit more sophisticated cooking later on, but let's start with something simple. So I'm going to open this up now. This came from Amazon. They have the best price at the moment. I'll put the links below. I'm an Amazon associate. You pay the normal price and I get a little bit commission on anything you buy, which gets ploughed into future videos. So thank you for that. Now, Ninja is part of the same big company that owns a whole batch of brands, including Shark, which we're great fans of on the vacuum front. Apart from the fact that having 2 drawers and much more capacity here allows you to do whole family foods, this is one of the features that you need to watch out for, and that's a sink. So this is where you can cook 2 foods using different functions, different temperatures, different cooking times, but they finish at the same time. Otherwise, with the earlier fryers, you find in, oh look, the veg is ready, now I've got to wait for the meat, and then you've got to wait for something else. So having that sync function between the 2 different cooking buckets is a good thing to have. So no polystyrene, it's all recycled, that's your instructions. It's all recycled cardboard, which can go straight in your recycling, which is great. Right, I might have to put the phone down to manage that. Let me get the rest of this off. So all the packaging is all cardboard, so that's very easy to recycle. Inside your envelope is the instructions, but also some stuff to help you with the cooking and some basic recipes, and a warning: don't place this anywhere hot. So it doesn't need to be near your gas or electric oven where heat from that is going to affect it. So I've got the rather fun chunky UK plug. If you're in the States, you'll have your own one. And again, even the packaging around here, in the new world, all the plastic is gone. This is paper, so that can just go in your box, and we'll pull this off as well. And again, this is all paper. So well done, Ninja, for thinking of the planet. So underneath some of your plastic link in here, there is a little bit of plastic that you can't recycle. Anything paper-wise, obviously go with the cardboard. If it's plastic like this, this is going to have to go to landfill. I've just taken off the last few bits of tape. And then this one's not obvious, but you need to take this off as well before you use it, because the unit is going to get warm. So this is telling you a few instructions, but that one's got to come off before you turn it on. And don't forget, inside the drawers, there's a little bit more packaging. This stays in the bottom here for cooking, but comes out for cleaning. Now, one of the first things you find out is actually cleaning your Ninja is nowhere near as simple as cleaning a microwave. Even with putting bits and pieces into the dishwasher, the main unit can't do that. And a lot of people say the cleaning is a pain in the bum. So I've bought a couple of these, the size. Now, they allow your food to go in there, and any fat that gets burnt in the bottom is going to be very easy, because you can just take that out, and that can go into the dishwasher. Other people have tried paper versions of those, but they easily seem to burn, so I wouldn't recommend that. I'll put the links below for these. We might have a go later on a cooking both ways and seeing, is it really a pain in the arse to clean, or do you need to get your little silicone implant bits there? Inside you will find there's a QR code, I think, that says you can have a 2-year warranty. When in Europe that's the law anyway, so that's a bit of a red herring, but it'll certainly make it easier for you to claim if anything goes wrong, is to scan that QR code and register your product with Ninja. Well, there's one on the back of the machine here that you can scan in, and then you can put in your unique product code, your registration number there, and within seconds you'll have your warranty in your email inbox. These bits at the back, they get very hot. They're where a lot of the vent and steam is coming out, so you need to make sure that's a decent distance away from a wall and that steam has a route of exit. Right, so we just turned it on and it's in its storage position. Actually, when I'm using it, I'm going to pull it forward a little bit, just make it a little bit easier for the steam, etc., to get to the extractor and not straight into the plug. Okay, let's get cooking. Okay, we washed our chips and we're going for what the recommendation in, which is 500 grams. Right, so controls are all very simple. We spoke earlier about the sync and match. So if you're doing two different foods and you want them to finish at the same time, you'd use sync. Actually, we're going to turn it on first here, and we're going to turn on both sides. Match, so they're both on. We're going to turn our little dial here, so you've got roast, air fry, max crisp, bake, reheat, hydrate. So for actual chips, it's air fry, and we're going to put 2 tablespoons of oil in each basket. Actually, we're going to cook it without the silicone bits in first to see how we get on. So it says 1 to 3 in the book, so we're going to go for 2. So we'll now put the second tablespoon in each basket. There we go, wonderful. Now, the cooking temperature, it says for chips which you have, well, they're cut potato rather than frozen, is 200, and when you turn it on to air fry, that is the standard temperature. If you did need to alter the temperature, then you just go up or down on the temperature button. The next thing we need to set is the time. How long do we need to cook this for?
16 to 18 minutes.
So 16 to 18 minutes. So we'll go 16, I think, and then we'll have a quick look then and see if it needs another couple of minutes. Right, we're ready to put our potatoes in now. I've got our 500 grams of cut potato in here. And 500 grams in basket number 2. Your start-stop button is in the middle, so you twist it to set what you want it to do. Roast, air fry, max crisp, you push it to start and stop. So I'm just going to put the drawer. So we'll just push the drawers in and we'll get cracking. And we're off. We're doing our first ever air frying. How exciting.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
Right, so we'll come back in 16 minutes. It's quite quiet. It's certainly quieter than some of the coffee machines, so you don't have to worry about lots of noise. And of course we're using 75% less energy than if we're using a fan oven in your own oven. So that's quite a saving this day and age and how much electricity is. Don't forget to subscribe. Come back in a second and we'll see how we got on after 16 minutes. Right, we're going to give them a little mix up now, a little stir up. Oh, they're already looking nice, aren't they? Got 6 minutes to go. Yeah, give them a little shovel around. And then when you put the 2 drawers back in, the timer has stopped when you've got the buckets out, when you've got the drawers out, and they just restart automatically. You need plenty of ventilation. I think what's happening with this row here, this is where the air is going in, it's being superheated, and then you have a lot of heat coming out of the vents at the back. Nothing like you would from a fan oven, but there's a lot of heat coming out there, so make sure there is somewhere for that heat to go. So this is all very exciting. We've got 30 seconds left on that first cook. Certainly the one thing I can't film for you is the glorious smell that's coming off there. Oh, I'm getting very hungry for my chips. Or if you're watching America, these are chunky fries.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right, here we go. Ooh, it's looking good. Oh, they're very crispy. Looking good. We could do a couple more minutes, I think. Let's have a look at raw two. They seem to have been a little bit better cooked. On the whole, I'm very impressed.
Right, we're all done then. Wow, look at that. Fraction of the time it would have taken. Right, let's do a taste test with a little bit of salt and vinegar and some ketchup. So in the UK we eat our chips, or if you know them, chunky fries. In the States we tend to have those with salt and malt vinegar, which is very nice. If you're in the States, you're more likely to want to do this with a little bit of mayonnaise or tomato sauce. Now the chips are lovely. They are different around the edges, but they are fully cooked and they are delicious inside. It's much faster. Oh, it's hot. It's much faster. And they taste great, and they certainly taste even better than oven chips would have done. So yeah, I think that was very successful. Might have a go at doing some oven chips next time and see how they turn out. So let me know how you get on with your air fryer. The links are below if you want to buy one. Please like, share and subscribe. I love all of your subscribers. Thank you so much for your support. This is Paul from London, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheerio for now.